Hello everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Zoe Bad Blood Collectibles, and today on the channel we're going to be going over what I've been picking up for the last month and a half. So there's a lot of figures to go over, a lot of expensive figures to go over. We're going to talk about it, we're going to be about it. I'm first going to go over my two #1 pickups for the last month and a half, and then after that just go over the rest of my pickups. So before we go any further, please give this video a like, also subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow. Let's reach 2,000 subscribers. And you're looking at some dope photos that I've been taking working on my photo album King Conan, so stay tuned for that because it's going to be freaking epic, as you can see, with a lot of blood as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this week's pickups in this month and a half. Okay, everybody, coming in at #1 on the list, we do have my Mezco Cadet Gomez. This one was freaking awesome. Comes with the strike suit as well, the Vortex strike suit, and I can't say like how excited I was to actually have this figure in hand. This was a dope piece right here. I just did a review on it as well, so you can go check out that review. Even though this figure is 9 months old already, it's been out for a while, man, I was just so excited to have this figure, and man, I had a blast taking photos. I'm going to take some new photos of this dude with the Power Rangers as well, him and the White Ranger teaming up to go against the Green Ranger and trying to stop him and get the power coins to release all the other Rangers. So stay tuned for that. The photo album is going to be freaking epic. Let's go on to our next pickup. Okay, you guys, coming in at #2 on the list for this month's pickup, we do have King Conan. This was a freaking awesome piece right here. This was #1 on my list for my purchase for the last 2 months. And man, I was able to pick up this dude, and he is freaking awesome. Also did a review on him while I was on vacation at Vegas for the 4th of July. But I was able to get this dude and do a dope review on him. And I'm so glad to have him in the collection. Would have came at #1 for my weekly pickups, but the Vortex Cadet and the strike suit actually beat that out. But man, Conan, this is probably this year's best figure of the year so far. I do have Dick Tracy coming in tomorrow, so we'll see, or coming in soon, so we'll see once I get that figure in hand. But King Conan right now for this year's figures release is definitely the #1 figure so far. But my overall pickup for this year still goes to the Cadet Gomez and the Vortex strike suit, but this #1. Everybody, so now that I got that out the way, the best two figures of my pickups for the last couple of weeks, now I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about all the other figures that I picked up for the last couple of weeks. And here we are with Baron Barnes from Mezco 112. Love the stand is beautiful. And then we got this dope piece right here. This is a freaking awesome piece that's been out for a long time now. Very hard to find this figure, and I found him, and I was able to get a good price for him because he's very expensive. And I actually got this dude for a really great price of 120 bucks. And he is freaking awesome. Comes with all of his accessories as well, and he comes with a lot. Only thing I didn't get was the box. I really wish I could have got the box, but this was a loose collect, so I got everything else but without the box. But overall, this was still a nice pickup, and I really got this dude to go with the Aquaman that I'm about to show next. But because I got the Vortex strike suit and the Cadet Gomez, he actually go with them as well. So I'm gonna play both parts and have them in both Aquaman photos and also in the Cadet Gomez and the Vortex strike suit as well. So this was a nice, awesome piece to go with the collection, and he feels like a Craig 13. If you have Mezco 112, you know that Craig 13, they kind of around the same thing with the Rumble Society stuff. So let's go ahead and move on to the next pickup, which is Aquaman. Alright, you guys, so here we are with the Aquaman right here from Mezco 112. Definitely wanted to finish my Justice League shelf, and I did that with achieving this guy right here. So now I am basically done, but I do need to get a Hal Jordan from Mezco 112. But man, this dude is freaking awesome. For this figure to be an old figure, he's still dope. He looks plain, but man, great figure. Looks freaking awesome. Can't wait for them to do a remastered version or another version of Aquaman. I think that would be dope. He definitely needs another upgrade. But man, this one is dope. He has a magnetic crown as well, and he just looks great next to all the rest of the Justice League members. So glad to add him into the collection. Let's go ahead and move on to some more pickups. Alright, you guys, speaking of more pickups, I'm going to go ahead and stick with DC. We do have Doomsday from Storm Collectibles. This figure was very pricey. If you want to get a brand new figure, just know that you're going to spend at least $150. This is Storm Collectibles Doomsday, probably the best Doomsday out there. I actually like this one better than McFarlane DC Multiverse. This one is the one that you want to get. If you're going to pay $150 for a McFarlane Doomsday, you might as well just pay $150 and get this dude right here, because he has the articulation and he has the accessories and he also has an extra head sculpt as well, and he's just freaking awesome. So this was a figure that I just don't understand why I waited so long to pull the trigger on to get this dude, but to actually have him and have him on my Superman shelf, this dude is freaking awesome. So this was another piece that I was really excited to have in the collection. So since we're sticking with DC, we already talked about DC, let's go ahead and stick with DC and let's bring in our next figure. Okay, you guys, since we're talking about Storm Collectibles, let's go ahead and bring in this next guy right here. And you know how you're going to have a Superman shelf without having this guy right here. Let's lower this camera so we can see him. And that is freaking Lobo. Lobo is a dope piece from Storm Collectibles as well. I already had the one from McFarlane, but it just wasn't doing it for me because of the articulation. And then I'm also doing a photo album of my Man of Steel Superman. So I wanted to tell a dope story with dope photos and some dope action. So how better to do that with this dude right here? This dude has great articulation for a mega figure like this. This dude's freaking big, as you can see. Not as big as Doomsday, but he's still bigger than your regular Mezco figure. So he works perfect for 1/12 scale, and I'm just so glad to have this dude. This dude was not a cheap figure. This dude was coming in at 110, and yeah, but I'm still happy to have him. Thanks to my boys at Ageless Geeks, Geo, shout out to him and the crew once again. Let's go ahead and move on to our next one. We're going to be, since we're talking about DC, sticking with DC still, we did pick up General Zod. This was a new figure as well. This one was freaking awesome. I love the way the articulation is on him, and then the suit as well. Yes, it's a third party, a small third party company, so there are going to be some gripes and complaints, but you go watch that on my review that I did of this figure. But overall, I'm very satisfied with this dude, and to have him. General Zod, actually in the 1/12 scale, is just freaking amazing. He looks just like the Hot Toy version, and almost the same as the Hot Toy version. Basically identical, the same with the mask and everything, but one is super expensive. This one's still super expensive as well, coming in at $150, or probably even more than that. I forgot how much I paid for this dude, but it was way over $100. And this dude's just freaking dope. So I'm so glad to actually have him on the shelf. A General Zod, 1/12 scale, soft cape, and then soft goods as well. Underneath the armor, this is freaking awesome. He has great articulation as well. So glad to have him and add him on to my Superman shelf. He is freaking awesome. So I'm so glad that I was able to pick up this dude as well. Let's go ahead and move on to our next pickup. Alright, you guys, so here we are with some more Mezco figures. I was able to pick up this dude. This was one of my early pickups. And that is Commissioner Gordon. Let me go ahead and fix the camera. We'll be right back. Alright, everybody. Here he is right here. We do have Commissioner Gordon, just looking freaking awesome. This was definitely a must-have on my list. And to actually have Commissioner Gordon with his with the bat signal was freaking awesome from Mezco 1/12. Yes, you had to pay the price, and the price is very bitter, but at the same time, I'm very grateful that I was able to get this figure, and he's freaking awesome. So adding him into the collection is just freaking amazing. So this was a great pickup as well. And speaking of a pickup, we're gonna go ahead and leave him up here. Let's bring in some more DC figures. We're staying on that topic right now. of the figures that I picked up. We do have a Harley Quinn from Mezco 112. Love the netting, love the hammer. This girl's dope. I love the little differences. I'm still looking for the original Mezco Harley Quinn. Hopefully I can get my hands on her as well. But this was just had to do for now. And yeah, she's freaking awesome. So I was able to pick her up as well. And then also I picked up this bad boy right here. This is Two-Face from Mezco 112. I always wanted this Two-Face. This one was the original Two-Face that I always wanted. And to actually have this dude, I'm like really happy and really satisfied with the purchase of this Two-Face. This is the best Two-Face figure out on the market right now to me. This color, this version from Mezco. I know they got another version, but this one right here is definitely a dope pickup. And then speaking of DC, another figure that I picked up was Bane right here. This dude is freaking awesome. This dude is huge, he's big, and he breaks Batman's back with great articulation. This figure is not from Mezco, but it is from Mofex. And I think they did a great job at Medicom Mofex with the Bane figure. And speaking of Bane, how can you get Bane without getting the Batman who he broke his back with? And I do have him on the shelf with Bane holding Batman breaking his back, so therefore he doesn't have his cape on. But I also was able to pick up this dude as well. This is the Nightfall version of Batman, and I'm sorry that he looks like this, even though he's Batman. I know a lot of people might get mad that I have him looking like this, but I do have him on the shelf with Bane breaking his back. But this is dope right here as well. So I was able to pick up all these guys in the last couple months, or maybe in a month or so. But yeah, I'm just so happy to have all these figures in the collection. Let's go and bring up some more figures that we picked up for the last couple of weeks, months, whatever. Alright, you guys, we're sticking with Mezco 112, but we're moving over to Marvel. And yes, I finally got him the first Iron Man, original Iron Man from Mezco 112, and I finally picked him up, brand new, looking freaking awesome, thanks to my boys at Ageless Geeks. Geo, shout out to him. This is a dope piece. I really do love this Iron Man a lot. I actually like this one better than I do the stealth version. This one right now is just, man, I'm so glad to have this dude in the collection. I finally have my original Iron Man to go with my Mezco 112 Avengers shelf. And yeah, he looks great standing next to Captain America, Thor, and the rest of the gang. So glad to add him into the collection. But let's go ahead and stick with, I think we can stick with Marvel. Let me see if I picked up any more figures. Alright everybody, so sticking with Mezco 112, when I say I think I have more Marvel figures, we do. Coming in for Mezco 112, I was able to pick up this dude right here, their very first Wolverine. And here we go right here, we do have Wolverine. This is the first version of Wolverine. As you can see, we got that small face, and the teeth ain't that good, but it doesn't matter, it's Wolverine. One thing I do love about this, I love the shoulder pads, and I love the actual suit with the lines going through. And he still had the tiger suit version, but just with the lines. I actually like that better than I do the other Wolverine version, but other than that, the other one still kills this one as far as the boots and everything else. So with that being said, I picked him up. I also got a regular Marvel Legends Deadpool, and this one is freaking awesome. So how dope is to have both of these figures right here? And I can't wait to get my hands on a new Marvel Legends Wolverine. Definitely gonna have that dude in this collection right here, standing next to my boy Deadpool. So I was able to pick him up. He's freaking awesome. This Deadpool from Marvel Legends is dope. Probably one of my best figures for them this year. It beats out the Cable figure that I picked up earlier, which was one of my pickups as well. But yeah, so speaking of the X-Men, let's go ahead and finish talking about Mezco 112. I was able to pick up Magneto. This one is dope. This is the Magneto I always wanted in my collection. Even though I had the Mofex version, I always wanted the Mezco 112 version of Magneto because it just looks so dope. I really do love this one a whole lot. Do I love it better than the Mofex version? Maybe not. But I'd rather have this one because this one is much taller and he's thicker and he just goes better with what I have on my shelf and what I'm looking for. So I'm so glad to add him into the collection as well. Let's go and stand this dude up. I don't know why he's falling. I hate using this background because sometimes the figures can't stand that great. And then last but not least, I had to go back and get this figure because the one that I did have, and the arm broke on it because I didn't listen to everyone's warnings when they said warm up the figure. But that is your boy Bishop. This is a freaking awesome piece. I warmed the heck out of this dude once I got him, just to make sure I won't ever have that problem again. And now he moves everything. Finally could do some dope photos with him. I could finally make a review of him. And I couldn't do nothing because his freaking arm broke like a day later. Right when I was about to make the review, his arm broke. I was taking photos and everything with him, and I just knew something wasn't right. And I should have listened. But man, this one right here is still a dope piece. One of my favorite figures from Mezco 112 from the X-Men releases. And yeah, it's just freaking awesome. So I had to go back and get him, but now that I have him in the collection, he is freaking awesome as well. So that is dope to have these figures in the collection. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some more figures that I picked up. Alright, you guys, so my next pickup, we do have, I forgot her name, but this girl's from Battle Axe from Storm Collectibles. This was a dope piece. She also comes with a dragon. I do have that one on a shelf, and I don't want to knock down anything, so I am going to leave that dragon on top of there. But yeah, this girl is freaking awesome. Great articulation, and I just love this figure a whole lot. Yes, she has no clothes on. She's a warrior, and she looks good as well. And it's just dope, man. The articulation on this girl is freaking awesome as well. And I basically got her to go with my King Conan figure. So I picked this up when I was out in Vegas. And man, she was not cheap. She's very expensive for a figure like her. But at the end of the day, she's still dope. She has great articulation as well. She looks great. And she like a freaking bodybuilder. So I was so happy to actually add her into the collection. And I need more woman figures like this in my collection. And she's dope. Like, a lot of people say, oh, you need sexy figures or whatever. And you do. Sometimes you need those girls just to make your photos pop that much more. But this one right here has definitely got her to go with the Conan, King Conan, and the story I'm trying to tell. So I'm so glad to have her in the collection. Next on the list that I did pick up is we're sticking with Storm Collectibles. I was able to pick up Shiva from Mortal Kombat and also from Storm Collectibles. This girl's so tall, we're gonna have to raise up the camera as well. So let's go ahead and do that. This girl's freaking dope. This is one of my best pickups for a female figure. This girl has great articulation. Great articulation. I'm telling you, she's not loose in no areas. Everything is great. And this is a dope piece. So no matter what, I was definitely going to get this figure to go with my regular Conan figure. But even better that I do have the King Conan, because she's going to look dope going against him as well. And man, the way she looks, her thighs, those quads are looking really, really nice. And then you turn her around, she has a great muscle tone on the buttocks as well. The back, everything sculpted really nice. And then the head sculpt is so beautiful. So Storm Collectible killed it with this girl, and I'm so glad to actually have her in my collection. This was a figure that I thought I would never get my hands on, but saw it, and thanks to my boys at Ageless Geeks, I was able to pick her up as well. So glad to add her into the collection. And then another figure that we picked up from Storm Collectibles is your boy Shao Kahn and his throne. This was my third favorite pickup. This dude is freaking dope. I can actually tell the whole story of King Conan now that I have this dude. I always wanted this dude in the collection. This thing is so big, I'm actually going to scoot the camera back so we can take a better look at him. I don't want to move him out this position because I did take this thing off the shelf just to show you guys. But this dude is very massive compared to a regular 6-inch scale figure. Look how massive this dude is. This dude is freaking dope. We get this beautiful hammer. And man, to have this dude in the collection, seeing that Storm Collectibles not making no more Mortal Kombat figures, I'm just so lucky that I have Shiva, Goro, and also Shao Kahn. The deluxe version is just freaking awesome. So grateful to have these figures in the collection. So let's take a look at some more figures that we picked up for the last month and a half. Okay, you guys, so we're sticking with the Storm collectible figures, and here's another one right here that I picked up. This is an older figure, but I did pick her up to go with the Predator figures, but ended up I not like kind of liking the Predator figures right now and where I'm at with my collection with my Predators. Even though I have them all, I'm not that happy and excited about them. But we'll see. I gotta get back into liking those figures. You know, I have my times where I like figures and don't like figures. But man, I actually like this figure a whole lot. She's dope. I love all of her accessories that she comes with. And I just like, man, that is a figure to have to take some great photos. So I definitely picked her up. And I can't wait to take photos with her because I've been picking up all kind of new stuff. It's been kind of hard to actually take my time and take photos with her. So with that, I was happy that I was able to pick her up as well. Moving on to our next piece, we do have, I just finished now collecting all my figures that I need from Into the Spider-Verse. And here we are with Penny and her machine. I think that's her name, Penny and her machine. You can correct me in the comment section. I really don't know, and I really don't care what her name is. But anyways, this is dope right here. This piece. I needed a robot. I didn't know who made this robots, but at Asia's Geeks, thanks to John, my boy John, and Geo again at Asia's Geeks, I was able to pick up this figure. It comes with both of them, so to have them both on the shelf is pretty dope. I do have the Spider-Man from SH Figure Arts, Spider-Man 99, and man, that one is freaking awesome. So to have this figure, I actually finished doing the whole Into the Spider-Verse figure. So that is dope. So let's continue going on with what I picked up for the last month and a half. Alright, you guys, here we are with some animals. I finally get into the animals now. Here's one of them that I did pick up as well. This is from Final Fantasy. This was something that that really caught my eye, and I definitely could use for King Conan, not just for him, but for other photos as well. And it's this thing, I don't even know his name, but he just looks so dope. He was articulated, his mouth opens, and I know he's from Final Fantasy, but he just looks dope. I love the bendy wire tail that he comes with the flaming fire tail at the end of it. So it just looks dope. So definitely have to pick this up. There are some complaints that I have about this figure, but overall this is pretty dope. I know it came out maybe a year or probably longer than that, but this is a figure that's been out for a while. But he's dope. To have a animal figure in your collection is freaking awesome as it is, but this is dope. So I had King Conan and the photo albums that you'll see that I'm going to release pretty soon, telling his story. He actually write this thing, so I picked him up to have him actually write this beast figure. So that was dope that I was able to pick him up. So happy to have this in the collection as well. I haven't took no photos with them, but only probably 2 for King Conan, but more photos are coming. And then also I did pick up this girl right here. This is from Heavy Metal, and my wife was kind of not that happy that I picked her up, but I need this figure because I just needed more female figures in the collection. And yes, at least she's not naked, I could say. But yeah, this is a okay piece right here, but for the price, was it worth it? Man, I don't know, but it wasn't worth it. But all these female figures, even though they're not great articulated figures, they are still super pricey no matter what. So I just went out here and picked her up, and I really picked her up was just to get this dragon thing right here. Even though it doesn't do much, it looks like it's very cheap, but it is what it is. So I just ended up picking it up anyway. So I'm definitely glad to actually have her in the collection and add her in with my female character collection as well. So happy to have that as well. Alright, you guys, my last pickup that we have for this month is your boy Darth Vader from Hasbro. This is a nice piece, but man, the articulation sucks on this figure. We have articulation in the arms, even though they're not double jointed. I don't know why he's not double jointed. that was a negative right there. Then this dude don't have an ab crunch. That is a super negative, even though I know it's Darth Vader. And I like to do some dope stuff with Darth Vader and not just have him stand just walking like this. Oh, I'm Darth Vader. No, I want to see this dude like fighting and stuff. And then another thing that I hate about this figure is for the fact that he's not bendy wire. So I need to buy a cape and have this thing where he's bending wire, at least have it like flowing and stuff, and then having that would be dope. But man, there's a lot of work need to be done on this figure because he doesn't have an ab crunch, so that sucks. If I wanted an ab crunch, I should have probably went to Mofex or SH, whoever made him, and got me a great Darth Vader. But for right now, I'm gonna stick with this one and use this dude for the Cadet Gomez and have Cadet Gomez going against this dude with lightsaber. So with that being said, you guys, that is it for all my pickups. I hope you liked everything that you were able to see for the last month and a half. Or like I said, these are the pickups that I've been working on, and I just let them build up and build up. And I do have one more that I forgot to add, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that one and then wrap this video up. This is a long video only because there's so much to go over. And that is your boy right here. I forgot his name, but this is from Battle Axe. This dude is huge. I'm talking about big, and he looks freaking awesome as well. He has a seamless body, so the articulation is okay, but still, he still looks freaking awesome. And I really got this dude to go with King Conan as well, because I knew he was coming out, and I was like, how dope would I have this dude in there as well. So I went and picked him up, and he's dope. And that is my final pickup for the last month and a half. And maybe I should do more videos of what I picked up weekly instead of just waiting, because man, it's a lot taking these things off the shelf, put them back on the shelf. It's a lot to make this review, probably like over an hour just to make the review, and that's not even including edits. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoy your night. I'll see you all in the next video. Stay tuned. We got that Dick Tracy 2-pack coming up, so hopefully I get my hands on that tomorrow. I'm hoping if I can, I will let you guys know. If not, we're going to be waiting for a while. So with that being said, see you all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 2,000 subscribers.